If you email this to 10 people, you stand a chance of saving one life. Will you pass this on? There is now a fourth indicator of a person having a stroke: the tongue. I will continue to forward this every time it comes around. Stroke. Remember the first four letters: S-T-R-O. Stroke identification. During a barbecue, a woman stumbled and took a little fall. She assured everyone that she was fine. They offered to call paramedics, of course. She said she'd just tripped over a brick because of her new shoes. They got her cleaned up and got her a new plate of food. While she appeared a bit shaken up, she went about enjoying herself the rest of the evening. Her husband called later, telling everyone that his wife had been taken to the hospital. She soon after passed away. She had suffered a stroke at the barbecue. Had they known how to identify the signs of a stroke, perhaps she would be with us today. A neurologist says that if he can get to a stroke victim within 3 hours, he could possibly totally reverse the effects of a stroke. He said the trick was getting a stroke recognized, diagnosed, and then getting the patient medically cared for within 3 hours, which is challenging. How to recognize a stroke. Ask God for the sense to remember the 4 steps: S-T-R-O. Sometimes symptoms of a stroke are difficult to identify. Unfortunately, the lack of awareness can spell disaster. The stroke victim may suffer severe brain damage when people nearby fail to recognize the symptoms of a stroke. Now doctors say a bystander can recognize a stroke by asking the prospective stroke victim 4 things. S. Ask the individual to smile. T. Ask the person to talk, to say a simple sentence coherently, such as, "The sky is blue." R. Ask him or her to raise both arms. Those are the traditional 3, but there is now a 4th new sign of a stroke. O. Out with their tongue. Ask them to stick out their tongue. If the tongue is crooked, if it goes to one side or the other, it is an indication of a possible stroke. If he or she has trouble with any one of these 4 simple tasks, dial 911 immediately and describe the symptoms to the dispatcher. Experts say that if everyone who receives this video forwards it to 10 people, many lives will be saved. I have done my part. Will you do yours?